Hello everyone. The finalists for the weapon and charm design contest are chosen and they're all absolutely beautiful, as well as being very creative, but in the first part of the video I'd like to talk about the contest itself, and after that shift the focus onto Switch X and all the wonderful designs that unfortunately didn't make the cut. So a little edit, the 8 finalists got announced while I was finishing the edits on this video, and SwitchX made it. My video isn't outdated because of this, but I think it's still interesting to discuss the rest of the video. But yeah, congratulations to the artist of the SwitchX. I'm really excited that SwitchX actually made it, and I really hope that one day we have it in our arsenal. Now it is up to Capcom to decide which weapon actually gets implemented. So, the finalists consist of 20 weapons. We have one lance, one dual blade design, a gun lance, a longsword, one switch axe design, more on that later of course, two greatswords, three hammers, three charge blades, three insect glaives, and four hunting horn designs. What? There are 14 weapon types and 20 finalists, but somehow 4 weapon types, all ranged weapons and the sword and shield, aren't even represented once in those finalists. Why not make it either 14 finalists, so one of each type, or 28, so we have 2 of each weapon type to choose from? And I know maybe weapon popularity may very well influence the votes, and perhaps it's just me, but having 20% or every 5th option of the finalists one weapon type is kinda wild. Again, especially when other weapons only have one entry or none at all. But all weapons that were chosen are absolutely beautiful. I don't want to say that any entry didn't deserve to be chosen, but I'd love to know what the process was of choosing them. And I gotta be honest, I have no idea how it was in past games. So I think there may have been a better way to choose the finalists, and I do think every weapon should have gotten at least one entry. But what do I know? But okay, now I want to talk about the Switch X design that made it into the first round of the finalists. First of all, congratulations to the designer, and I'd absolutely love to see this highly detailed Black Knight Switch X in the game. It is basically 2 of my passions turned into one beautiful design. I really love it, and I can imagine it looking wonderful in the game with the banner waving around, especially during a focus strike, wild swing, or after the spiral burst slash or offset slash, for example. I personally think the strongest contenders are the Shatter Seal Greatsword, the Ku Azarax Edge of Oblivion, and the Singularity Divider. And the one issue I have with this Switch X being in the first round and not some other we'll see later comes down to one thing. This wonderfully designed Switch X is the only weapon with a grounded design approach, aside from the Kinsect's Delight. We have weapons with black holes at their centers, reality-shattering giant blades, a glowing peacock gun lance, jellyfish weapons, and those designs are all so over the top, which makes them super cool and awesome, but their design approach or style is just the polar opposite of the chosen Switch X, or the one glaive design I mentioned. And this is another reason why I think it would have been great to have 28 designs, 2 of each weapon, one crazy over the top, fantastic design, and one more grounded, dare I say, realistic or clean design. I could be completely wrong here, and I'm just voicing my opinion, and again, I love this Switch X design and I voted for it, but I do think it is a bit unfair to pitch this clean and grounded design against fantasy designs with literal black holes at their cores. Either choose only the over-the-top designs or more grounded ones, or as I said before, 2 options per weapon type, a fantasy one and a grounded one. But okay, enough of that, and I still hope to have this Switch X in my arsenal one day, and now I'd love to shine some light on these stunningly designed Switch X's that didn't make it. I probably can't show all of them, so if you have a design you want to share, be sure to mention it in the comments. I looked for them on Twitter with the hashtag weapon entry and Switch X, and I barely use Twitter or X or whatever you call it these days, so yeah, I have no idea how well this worked. If you want to contact me, don't ever use X. I literally only have it to follow the news a bit and have a source outside of Reddit and YouTube for general community sentiments. The designs aren't in any particular order, and I just want to show some of them because there's some crazy good stuff here. And the first one is already a lot closer to the over-the-top designs of the other entries. An axe using crystallized blades for the axe head and sword, held in place by this beautiful frame and potentially leaving colorful trials as you swing it around. I won't spend too much time on each design because I want to cover a lot of them, so let's keep going. Next we have the Heavens End Roar. I really love the dark blue and edgy design. Edgy designs are always my favorites. And the crystalline horn for a blade that appears to have a storm trapped inside it would look so insanely good when hunting at night in the inclemency of the windward plains. It also has some nice lore coming with it. All designs are of course also listed in the pinned comment for you to check out yourself and potentially see other works from some artists. Now you're looking at the Equinox Reaver with a daytime axe form and nighttime sword form. The imagery of celestial bodies and the description of it are very exciting. You really need to read through the details for it. It perfectly encapsulates what Switch Axe is all about. Another design showing two distinct sides of Switch Axe is this one with an angelic axe mode and a demonic sword mode, glowing in bright pink when amped up. It looks like a mix of the Blossom Dance Festival with Tsushia in there. Now this design, the Golden Catch, got way too little love. Cursed be the algorithms, I guess. The colors remind me of Ray Dow, but if you look closer, the case is this golden fish and the blade parts kinda look like clouds from the side, like a night sky over the ocean or something. I would love to see this one amped up. Next one is a crazy design using the Vulk crystals in a steampunk case for both modes. We even have an animation for it. And the artist says it themselves, designed by Werner, and it really looks like something Werner could come up with after studying the Vulk crystals and Tsushia. I also read somewhere on Reddit that Werner is the inventor of the Switch Axe as a weapon, but I have no idea if this is true and can't really find anything about it. I only found out that he is one of the engineers behind the Wyvern's fire technology. Moving on from steampunk to this beauty, the description says the polished blades shine like mirrors, which would look fantastic in wilds and make for sick photos with the monster as a reflection thanks to ray tracing. A really lightweight and sleek design for once, which also suits Switch Axe, I think. Here are some more honorable mentions that I wanted to include in the video before I was gonna close off the video, and do let me know in the comments which one is your favorite design and what you think of the contest and how the weapons were chosen. I hope to see you on the next video, and until then, happy hunting everyone!